he was taken to an isolated and dark location against his will. And while handcuffed, he was allegedly beaten and thrown to the ground by the officers.
Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Monday, January 30th, 2023. Time is 12:26 p.m. Jersey time. All right, well, I guess this week is the flavor of the week is police violence on people. This one comes out of, reported on CBSNews.com, comes out of Florida. This came out on the 26th, January 26th. 2 Florida police officers charged with battery and armed kidnapping and beating of homeless man. Well, before I get into the story, where's the outrage from the law enforcement community? Chief Reinhardt from Atlantic Highlands, what do you have to say about it? You got anything to say about this? You want to tell me how this doesn't represent the vast majority of police officers out there? No, of course not. It doesn't. It's just one story in the thousands that are out there. 2 police officers are among the 3 people charged in connection with the beating of a homeless man in Florida last year. Both officers were removed from active duty before being fired from the department. Police Chief George Fuentes said, according to an affidavit, Hialeah Police Department officers Lorenzo Orfila and Rafael Ortano were working an afternoon patrol shift together on December 17, 2022, when they were dispatched to Los Tres Conajitos Bakery in Hialeah Shopping Plaza. The 2 officers made contact with Jose Ortega Gutierrez, who was then handcuffed and put in the backseat of Orfila's police vehicle. The affidavit notes that Orfilo and Ortano did not arrest Cortez for any violation of Florida statute or Miami-Dade County ordinance. The officers' body cameras were not activated during the encounter. Well, what a surprise. Cortez was transported against his will to an isolated and dark area, according to the affidavit. Gutierrez, Gutierrez, said that he was taken out of the vehicle, still handcuffed, and punched and pushed onto the floor by Orfila and Ortano. Well, we've heard that narrative before, haven't we? GPS data from the officer's vehicles confirmed that they took Gutierrez to the location he claimed he had been assaulted, according to the affidavit. So now these officers didn't call that on the radio saying I'm on board and they're taking him there. Neither officer logged the trip or the transportation of Gutierrez in their daily reports, which they would have been required to do so, according to the affidavit. Photos of Gutierrez taken after the incident showed lacerations, bruises on his body, including a black eye. According to the affidavit, Gutierrez said he fell unconscious when he woke. He was alone and uncuffed. He soon made contact with another person who called the police, according to the affidavit. When the call for help went out over the police radar, Orfila reportedly called responding officer Yenny Farrer, according to the affidavit, asked him to no report the call. According to the affidavit, Orfila told Farrer that they dropped off the victim and had roughed him up. Farrer did the report incident. Gutierrez told Farrer that he had been injured by officers and was interviewed by Hialeah Police Department Professional Compliance and Cover-Up Bureau after being treated for his injuries. Here's the pictures of our fine, upstanding, well-trained professional heroes that are out there risking our lives. There they are. Aren't they nice? Young guys, too. We won't get into that. Orfila was charged with armed kidnapping, official misconduct by a public servant, and battery. Otano was charged with armed kidnapping and battery. Fuente and State Attorney Catherine Fernandez-Rundle announced Thursday, "It is sad and disappointing when any officer betrays the badge," Fuente said at a press conference. Yeah, well, it's maybe sad. Let's see if you continue to prosecute him all the way and don't offer him some plea deal. Both officers were arrested Thursday morning and booked into the Turner Guilford Night Correction Center in Miami, according to online jail records. Otano is being held without bond. Ooh. Orfila is being held on a bond of $20,000, according to the records. A third person, identified in court documents as Ali Saleh, was charged with witness tampering. Saleh, who is homeless, allegedly approached Gutierrez as a private investigator, according to an affidavit. Over multiple meetings, Saleh paid Cortez $1,200 and coaxed him into signing pre-notarized affidavit that so he was on the take too. Well, it looks like this homeless person is not going to be homeless pretty soon because he's going to have one hell of a lawsuit. And there must be some cameras that got it somewhere. It's obviously, maybe one officer is throwing the other officer under the bus. Who the hell knows? But, you know, just another story of many. Police violence in America is out of control, and law enforcement will not acknowledge it. I'm John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. Till next time.
It's a sad and disappointing day when any officer betrays a badge.
We will not allow rogue police officers to abuse their power. He was taken to an isolated and dark location against his will. And while handcuffed, he was allegedly beaten and thrown to the ground by the officer.